Well, hello, wealthy women. I have an extra special interview today with a mother-daughter duo. They are, first of all, adorable, and they have created one of the most fabulous businesses that they're going to share all about with you right now. So rather than me go ahead and talk, let me go ahead and pass the mic over and the camera. And ladies, please introduce yourself, the name of your business, the reason why you are so in love with doing what you're doing, where people can find you, and then we'll go ahead after that. We'll get into our success questions. So take it away.
Get off, Mama. I'm Sherralynn Arnold. I'm a 25-year mompreneur, 30-year entrepreneur, but Caitlyn's my oldest child, so she made me a mompreneur 25 years ago. And and we formed a company together called Dear Dreamer. And this is my beautiful daughter, Kate. You want to talk a little bit about Dear Dreamer and about us?
Yeah, so I'm Kate Montgomery. I'm also a mompreneur. I have an adorable 2-year-old son.
Oh, which made me a grandma.
I love it.
Promoted her. So we started Dear Dreamer because we realized what we have together is so special, and we've been able to do this journey together to just like uplift each other and just create something beautiful in our business life and in our personal lives. And we wanted to take that out to all the women and just show them like we are your biggest fan, and whatever it is you want to do in your life, you can do it. You just might need, some support or some tools or some more knowledge. And so we're here to do that. So we take ladies out on international luxury retreats, which has been so fun. And we take care of the whole trip. You don't have to lift a single finger. You get to tour. You get to have the full like tourist experience. And then on top of that, we do all these empowerment activities. We do some private coaching. It's just a great opportunity to see a new place in the world, to unplug from your life, rest, refocus, and just come home like ready to take on whatever it is that you're in the middle of doing.
And don't forget, Caitlyn is a professional photographer.
Yes.
And so we are giving every woman her own photo shoot, and we stay at the dreamiest places. Caitlyn was talk about bragging rights. You were talking about bragging rights on Facebook.
So we're going to stay at a chateau in Normandy, and we're going to do the photo shoot out on the grounds. And so you're going to get all pretty, and it's going to be so fun. But then like there's going to be this beautiful chateau in the background. I mean, how many other people get that in their pictures? That's just bragging rights for eternity.
What did you do this weekend? Oh, just a little photo shoot down in Normandy.
I love this. This is absolutely fantastic. As you all know, I am just a travel bug. I just love travel, exploring destinations. And the fact of combining that with empowering women, I mean, there's nothing better than that. And then, like you're saying, to have this branding photo shoot in the most perfect place when women are inspired and uplifted, this will come across in their photographs that they'll get to use in their business to go forward. So I just really love this. So, and it's such a fun thing for you both to do together and to plan out these trips and so forth. So maybe share a little bit more, like how long is a trip? What can they expect? Food, locations, this type of thing.
Tell them about it. You love this part.
This is my thing. I actually have been planning super fun international trips for friends. We've been traveling with girlfriends. We just got back from England. I took my family to Ireland. I am like a little travel expert, but I don't want to try to make an income from like being a tour director or something. That's just like not me. But I have so much fun finding the funnest experiences. So we don't just run around and look at sites, like we do quite a bit of that. Yes, we do that. But we try to find like super fun experiences. So we are going, the actual retreat is September 12th through the 22nd, 2024. but that means if you're coming from, like, depending on where you're flying in from, because we're bringing women in from all over the world, but if you're coming in from the States, that would be the 11th for you that you would need to hop on a plane. So just, don't tell everybody you're leaving on the 12th because you're leaving on the 11th if you're leaving from the US. And we'll start out in Normandy, 3 days in Normandy at a chateau called the Chateau des Vaux d'Isère. Probably totally slaughtering that, but that was my best like French accent. Yeah. And and this came about because we are huge fans of this show called Escape to the Chateau DIY. And it was featured on the show. So we're going to go stay somewhere like famous. And they're going to house us and feed us 3 meals a day. We have a tour guide. We have a transportation company. We even have a guest concierge. This is going to be very special, very special. And besides seeing, here we go again, Saint Michel, Saint Michael, besides seeing Saint Michael, Honfleur. I feel so funny saying all this. Oui, ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Besides seeing Saint Michel, Honfleur, we're going to see the really special D-Day sites, but we're doing things like our tour guide knows of this fantastic farm where we're going to go do cheese tasting.
Oh, I love it.
And yes, and sample calvados, not Caitlyn and I because we don't drink, but there will be
those who want to, it's an option.
It's France, there will be a little of that. And then we also we'll start out each morning, probably every other morning, with an empowerment workshop or activity. We also want to leave time for people to just, like, if they need to sleep in, decompress, have a morning to themselves, explore the grounds. Like, it's not going to be super go, 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 go.
Right.
And then we're going up into Paris.
Yeah.
And I have found the most beautiful place for us to stay. So we're going up into Paris, and we'll have a woman come in and cook us breakfast in the mornings. So we are just like unburdening our mom selves.
Yes. I love it.
What we've been doing for everybody.
No domestic wife duties allowed on this trip.
There you go. I love it. I think that this is so fantastic, and combined with the whole empowerment, I mean, the women are just going to be transformed, basically. So
yes.
I definitely want to get into some, before I go, so how do they get to your site to learn more? Dear Dreamer.
Yeah, it's deardreamer.com.
Okay.
And you're gonna see lots of fun stuff there. There's a tab for events, and then you'll see it says France. You can go to that. You can get the pricing sheet, the itinerary. And there's even a little button if you want to submit an application to come with us. And then you can also see, like, we have some books we've written on our website. They're free. You just put in your email, and it's going to be sent to you. So yeah, it's a fun
fantastic website. I love it. Okay, I'm really excited to ask you some success questions, because this is a true passion business, and it's such a beautiful thing that you've created. And we all have, the things we need to go through sometimes to build our dreams. It's not always a straight road. It's more zigzagged, and things come up, but we learn. And so a lot of these questions will help women also to follow their dreams, as you have. So let me ask you the first one. So what I'd like to know is, if you could choose one answer, how has building this business empowered you?
I'll do it.
Okay. I like that. Well, so I'm the introvert. She's the extrovert. So building this business has been so freeing for me to just show me, like, all the things I told myself I couldn't do because I was introverted, or it wasn't my first nature, or it makes me uncomfortable, were just lies, and really just like obstacles I put in my own way. And once I have overcome those, I have just been set free. It's been amazing. And I've been like, why did I do that in the first place? I could have had all this joy, this personal growth, all these things if I had just not essentially lied to myself and, put myself down. And so it's been amazing. It's been truly, like, transformative, just building this business.
Kate, I love that you said that, because so often we tell ourselves stories about ourselves that aren't even true. We somehow label ourselves, and unless we are willing to try and put ourselves out there, we never get to really discover who we really are. And I love that you say that, because I hear women all the time, say that's not their style. They can't do this. They don't know how to. And then they do, and they show up and they're amazing. And it's as if they get to rediscover who they really are. So I love that answer. So that's
Thank you.
perfect. And would you like to share your answer, Mom? How has this business empowered you?
I just have to say, I have been holding back. I just have to tell them. I want to tell you about Caitlyn a little bit. When Caitlyn was really little, I mean, so I will talk to anyone, everywhere. Every time we go somewhere with my family, my kids, I will stop and talk to people, and my kids will ask my husband, do we know them? Do we know them? And my husband was like, something you need to understand about your mother. She thinks everyone is her friend. So
Yes.
I'm so extremely extroverted. And it was a shock for me. My first child was so extremely introverted. When we would go to the ballpark, her dad was a coach. I'd have to take a little bucket of sidewalk chalk, and I would have to coach Caitlyn through, go up to this person, say, hi, my name's Caitlyn. Do you want to color with chalk? What's your name? I mean, and to see the growth, and I mean, she's an Amazon best-selling author. She's a six-figure entrepreneur. I mean, and
And coached me well.
yeah.
Oh,
So anyway, on to, we're talking about how being an entrepreneur has blessed
fantastic.
us. But for me, I had to take control of my own life. I was a school teacher. I was handing Caitlyn off to my sister. I was broke. I was broken inside too. I mean, being separated from my baby was really hard for me. Some women are a little bit stronger that way, but it was just destroying me. And so I was definitely on the wrong path. And that's the one thing that I have absolutely cherished about being a mompreneur, is I call all the shots in my life. So I could be at anything with the kids I needed to be at. I could design my work day when it was of least impact to my family. And my kids will tell you, because they tell me all the time, they really didn't even notice that I worked, because I was at everything important. And I didn't start work before they got on the school bus. I tried to finish in the afternoon, early evening, and then ran out again while dad did, baths, bed, homework, unless there was some kind of evening activity I needed to be at. It was absolutely fantastic. So I would say the freedom and the flexibility have been the things that have blessed me the most.
Absolutely. I think so many of us women really are going for that. And of course, the money helps because it gives us more choices. But that freedom to design the life of our dreams is really one of the biggest motivators for all women. And that is so empowering. And Kate, tell us about the book writing experience, and what is your book about, and how was that for you? Because I know a lot of women want to write books, and I know they get a little overwhelmed, but I think it's such a great way to share, and get your heart out there.
It was pretty awesome. It was something I didn't even have on my radar. We happened to meet a book coach, and I actually referred her to my mom. She's been writing forever. And then I was like, oh, well, maybe I could do this too. And it was really fun. It was pretty easy because it was a topic I was already really passionate about. And once we just got going, it turned out, oh, I actually have a lot to say about this. And it just really seemed to flow. And we had some great structure. Like, she really walked us through, like, here's how you're going to do it. Don't get too caught up on, like, just like throw it out there, write it, and then we'll edit it and everything. And so I'd say find a good book coach, let them kind of guide you through it. It's a self-help book, so it wasn't like an entire ginormous novel. It was kind of just an easy write, easy read. And I got to write about productivity for busy moms and busy women, because that's kind of been my whole life these past 2 years. I was in business before my son was born, and I tried to prep ahead as much as I could, but you really don't know what it's going to be like until that child is here, and then you see how your life changes. And I got to the point where I was like, this is so busy and crazy. Do I need to, like, set one of these businesses on a shelf? Like, I don't want to have to pick and choose. Everyone tells you have to pick and choose. And I don't believe that. I think if you have enough, tools and structure and and stuff like that, you can really do it all. So I had to make my own tools, try some things out, figured out, hey, I can do it all and still be a great mom. And so I wrote all about that, just all the things I do to be productive, but not run around like a crazy person, and still crush it at my own personal life, my family life. And it was really satisfying to put that out there. I thought this was stuff all adults were doing, and I was just late to the party. I was like kicking myself over it. And I had so many moms who were like, oh my gosh, weekly planning? This is amazing, and getting help, like different ways to get help in your life. And
Who knew?
yeah, who knew? And it's been the coolest thing. So like I said, that
love
book is up on our website. I think it's like
Great.
$1.
Ah,
Yeah.
Because
Go get
Amazon
it.
won't let us make it.
Yeah, we would
totally
literally
free.
make it $0.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's like $1 to
go
download.
get it. It's just
I
put it
I love this
everybody.
because it's so helpful. There's so many women entrepreneurs that think they have to sacrifice something to get the other thing, and it's not true. You really just need to you figure it out. And create your systems, delegate and delete what you can, focus on the top 20% that matters, and you really can make your way. So love this, love this. I have the next question for you. Do you agree that mindset, we're just talking about systems and strategies, absolutely important, but do you think that mindset is more important than systems and strategies, or how would you answer that question?
Mindset is absolutely everything. It's 100% essential for your success. The systems and the strategies, they support what your mindset creates.
Oh,
So,
perfectly said.
they keep you, the mindset is your map, and your systems and all that are the car that drive you. You will go nowhere. All your success is here between your two ears, all of it. I just finished a book called what is my book called? It's called like it's called Wake Up Those Dreams. And
Ooh, great.
it's just my method of conceiving a dream, believing it, and then achieving it. And anything that you can think up, you can bring to pass. But unfortunately, when you focus on what you lack and what you don't want, what you're unhappy with, you bring more of that to pass as well. Like we were saying, the stories that you tell yourself, they come true.
Yes, it's the energy we hold in our mind that creates our reality. It's so true. And I do believe what you just said. If you have a desire in your heart, you don't have to doubt it. It's meant for you and it will happen. The how and the when may be unclear, but it will come to be. And you are so right. You need to get out of your way and talk about your previous successes or your future success and envision it, and not let those little, you know, bad thoughts about yourself or the possibility or impossibility of your dream. You just need to get that energy really focused. And yeah, I love that. I love that. Both of your books sound amazing, like majorly helpful resources. So ladies, go check out their website and read their beautiful words. Let their books inspire you, and then take take the book on your trip to France with you as well. There you go. Right. I love it. Okay, here's another one. Do you feel it is important to get past your comfort zone, and what are the benefits? And Kate, I'm thinking about what you just said earlier about what empowered you. Yeah.
It's so important. I mean, have you seen the movie We Bought a Zoo? And the dad is talking to the daughter or the son, and you just need 20 seconds of insane courage. I watched that movie as a teenager, and that like struck me and has sat with me. I mean, it's just like anything you try to do outside your comfort zone is going to seem big and scary, and it's going to be the worst thing ever, and you might die or explode. Like you think of like, oh my gosh, it's going to be terrible. And you just need 20 seconds. Anyone can muster 20 seconds to just try it or just do it. And then the initial fear is over and you're on the other side of it and you're like, oh my gosh, that was actually like not that bad. And I actually was good at it. And I didn't die. My head didn't explode. I didn't, whatever it is, whatever you're afraid of is not going to happen. And then you're so grateful that you did it, and you did the scary and the uncomfortable. And the more you do that, the actually easier it gets to keep pushing yourself, because you're so used to it by this point, and you start
Yeah.
to catch on to what your brain is trying to do to you. And so
Yes.
it's not going to be as scary. It's not going to be as hard. And I've actually reached a point where I'm excited. I'm like, what's next? What else can I try?
Yes.
You know, I'm going to be
Yes.
great at it. Do it.
Reframing it, right? Reframing it. And it's so true. I almost don't even think it's fear, it's anticipation. Anticipation can sometimes really mess you up. It's that waiting, but once it's in action, it's like someone that goes on stage to sing or perform in a show. It's right before you have to go out there, and then once you're there, you're already in the new energies of the creation of the thing, and you don't even have time to think about being afraid. It's gone, it's done, it's over. So love that, love it, love it, love it. If you had to give a woman your number one tip for growing their brand new business, what would it be?
I think I'll answer that
Yeah,
one.
you'd be great for that one.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you why I see so much burnout, because I've been coaching other women in their businesses. We're not coaching now. We're authors and motivational speakers now and world travelers. But
Love it.
the number one reason why women burn out so quickly, and pretty much if you burn out, you burn your business down, and then you just go back to your domestic duties. But I would say the number one thing is getting enough help and doing it very early on. People think that they need to make a bunch of money before they can hire help, but you actually cannot get to the point of making money unless you have
It's a bad cycle.
unless you've hired help. And there are ways to get help without spending a ton of money, or even just totally free. I spent probably my first year in business, I spent nearly nothing with getting the help that I needed. And I made it to a point where I think at the end of my first year, having all those people supporting me, I think I made $80,000 that year, my first full year. And mind you, that's not a lot by today's standards, but that was like, how old are you? 25, 24 years ago. And my salary as a school teacher was 20,000. So that is key, is put some people in place, especially if you really want to be hands-on with your family. Get some people in place to relieve you of some things that you don't need to do, so that you aren't sacrificing the things that are most important to you, your kids, your family, your relationships, the things that bring you the most joy. They should never go on the back burner or be delegated. So just delegate other things.
Yeah, I love that you said this too, because getting the help initially, right away, when you think you can't afford it, you have to do that, because you don't want to set yourself up for failure, so to speak. You need to get your systems in order, and only someone from the outside sometimes can see what you need and help you clarify it. And it reminds me of, I forget where I heard it, but someone mentioned basically get a golf coach, for example, because you want to learn golf properly. You don't want to do it on your own and then have to unlearn your mistakes. So it's kind of the same thing with a business. You can do it alone. It's going to be harder. You might get things wrong, and then you have to unlearn bad habits, is what it was. And, start with the good habits, and it'll make your path more enjoyable. It'll lead you to the success you want earlier, and it'll create that momentum instead of that burnout, disappointment, which actually makes you doubt your business, maybe makes you think you don't even like your business. No, that's not really the case here. You're just doing too much, or you're doing too many of the wrong things, and you need a coach, and you need systems and strategies and delegating and leading and making your business enjoyable and beautiful and helpful, because that's the whole reason you started it. Yes,
What you need is a team. So a mentor.
Yes.
Also maybe a accountability partner, and then people in place to delegate the things you're not good at, don't want to do, and don't need to do. Like if someone else can do it, they should do it.
Yeah.
Yes,
And really, your
exactly.
business was made to be a one-person gig. That's not how any business runs or works. I mean, think about any successful business you know. It's
Yeah,
not just one person, and the whole
this is
like
so
wear all
true.
the hats thing is totally not true. If you're trying to wear all the hats, you're never going to get anywhere. You're just going to be overwhelmed.
Yes, and overdressed.
Yeah,
We've
too.
got
Yeah.
too many hats, right? But
Like
you're
a Mad
so
Hatter.
right. And I think, and women especially, they think they should have to do everything, and or somehow they're not good enough if they don't do it all, or they need help. And this has got to stop, because this is, shooting yourself in the foot, basically. You need to get out of your own way, right? So you can have that
Yes,
success. And it's so
that's
true
the
when you
theme of
think
the
about,
day. Get
right?
out of your
Yeah,
own way.
yes, and get out of your way. I love it. And when you think about businesses, brick and mortar businesses, they have people in place. They spend money on marketing. They spend money on, business plans or coaching. They're not, the majority of them are not doing it all by themselves. So sometimes we think because we're at home with our computer and that's it, that we should do it all, because that seems like a bit easy business, right? I'm at home. I have my computer. I have a business. No, but a real business has so many different facets, and you're not a master at all of them. So pick what you're good at, pick what you like, and delegate the rest as soon as possible, right? And that
Yeah.
goes even beyond the business. Let someone help you with house stuff, or
Yeah.
tasks
We're
and chores and things like that, that are taking you away from the time you could invest in your business, that will reward you with more profits, or, you know, improvements in your business, whatever it is. I love that. It's really good advice. Absolutely.
Love to
Um,
say you don't have to be a good mom or a wife or a mother. You don't have to clean your own toilets. Someone
I
else
love it. I
that for
love
you.
it.
Yes,
So
no
true.
one cares. Who
Yes.
cleans the toilets?
Yes, exactly. Or it's like, no one cares if you didn't cook the food. They just need to eat. So get some takeout,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's okay, right?
There's some of
Okay.
that here. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you each separately, what is your morning routine, or an empowering routine that you do every single day, that if you didn't do it, you would feel like totally off? Okay, Kate, you're
We
up.
we love to talk about we've called it our meaningful morning. And it's, I think, probably the best part of the day because since we're self-employed, we can do whatever the heck we want in the morning. We don't wake up and then we just exist to work. It's been
Yeah.
really nice. And it's something I try to be really grateful for because I know lots of people in our lives aren't able to do that because I do need to go work a 9 to 5. So we get up, I get up when my husband gets up because I like to spend like that 30 minutes with him, and then it gets me up for the day. And so after he leaves, I have about an hour before my mom comes over to my house to exercise with me. And I like to
Wow.
read some literature, usually something that's uplifting, and then maybe something that's just for fun, whatever I want to read. I like to meditate. We're religious, so I like to, read like the Bible, some
Yep.
scriptures, pray. Just start my day just filling up my cup, working on me. We like to say you kind of have to work on yourself first thing in the morning before you hop into work because you need to be able to show up and you need to have all your facilities taken care of, make sure you're running, running at full speed. If you show up empty, you have literally nothing to give. So after we exercise, we eat breakfast together. We're on a really crazy lifestyle diet, so we have like a really healthy, like really good breakfast, which is a great way to just get your body rolling. And then I
Yes.
have my 2-year-old at home, so we spend kind of the rest of the morning like hanging out together, some quality time, taking care of him, getting myself ready. So it's a whole lot of just whatever I want to do for me and Tyler to make sure we're taken care of until like 11 o'clock. And then we get going for the day. And it's been really nice. Really
I
enjoy it.
love that. I love this. Perfect. Perfect. And how about your morning routine?
Oh my gosh, Caitlyn is so disciplined. She is. And I just want to say that when I took Caitlyn into business with me 2 years ago, my income quadrupled. My income quadrupled because of having, I don't know if it's like having
Good
a
team.
business partner or having
Yeah.
Caitlyn as a business
Yeah.
partner, but
Ah,
it has been amazing. But so my baby is 16. I just have to be sure that he gets in the car and to school. on time. And then, so without Caitlyn, I think Caitlyn made this exercising structure so that I would get up,
Yes.
get ready, get over there. She bought a house 5 minutes away so she could keep an eye on me.
Yes, a great accountability partner you have there.
And so I can come shop at her house.
Yes,
before I
yes.
get
She'll be in the
groceries.
she'll be in the pantry, and my son will go, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Shopping."
I love it.
So
I
yeah,
love
and
it.
so I try to get up and get prayers and reading done, and then get dressed, get over to Kate's. We exercise, but when we're eating breakfast, we have our our business meetings. Yes. I let her know, like, I do all the contacting in our business, and Caitlyn does all the behind the scenes work. So she tells me where she's at. I tell her what has happened with so and so and this and that, and we do that. So we have like a business meeting about 20 minutes every day, and some mornings we walk. Right now we're doing Pilates because it's cold, but if we're walking, that's when we have our business meetings, when we're walking. And people were like, "How do you do your business meetings and planning?" And I'm like, during
our
breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah. And then when I get back, I just have I really dislike structure, but I need it. But I just like it. It's my right brain personality. And so I just have a checklist that I've written the night before. If I can get through the checklist by lunch, I can watch one of my shows. So like I race to get through all of my work. So I'm 53. And so I'm at a point where I don't want to have 8-hour work days. I don't want to be crushing it like a boss babe. You know what I mean? Like, we are extremely successful, wealthy women, world travelers, but we're not in the hustle mode anymore.
No hustle.
He has a 2-year-old. He actually has a seizure disorder.
Yeah, that's rocked our world this summer.
His care, doctor's appointments, therapists, his care takes a lot of her time, and that's what she wants to do her time. And I want to be done working by noon. I have earned it. I have worked 30 years in a network marketing business where I was working 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
I'm done. So
absolutely.
I just make sure that all of my goals and things are checked off by noon, and then I can do whatever I want to do. So there might be some shopping or napping or family time. Yeah, but
love
whatever.
it. Sherralynn, I can absolutely relate to you on that, because this whole idea that you have to be a hustle culture, it's so not true. In fact, one of the books I'm reading right now, just basically throws that concept away. I don't know if you know it, but it's 10 times is easier than 2 times. And it's really a great book. And basically it's about putting all your attention on the 20% that works. And most of us are caught up in the 80% of the little stuff that really doesn't move the needle, so to speak, and just makes it crazy making, doing everything. And, if you really want that freedom that you created your own business for in the first place, you have to be really honest about how much do you really want to work, and what days and what hours. And I find you design the life that you like dream about, and you make it happen now before you even so-called succeed, like before you even made your first sale. Design your business in a way that you think you can design it 5 years later when you made it. No, design it on day 5 and then it'll work its way, and you will get really efficient and focused on what matters. And time is everything to me. Time is freedom. Money's great, but time is everything. And so like I'm doing it 3 days. I have my Mondays and Fridays off for long weekends if I want to go away. If I have to do emails or whatever, that's fine. But I said, why am I going to wait to design the dream business? Let me do it now and figure it out, and you'll figure it out. Right. And I love this.
Yeah. And if you have to hustle like that, you are not making enough money. I will tell you that right now. You have picked something. You got to figure out how to make more money in less time, because time is so precious. We take a Friday fun day every Friday. We go do something, just super fun.
I love it. I want to be there and like be part of your family and part of your business. I love it. It's so exciting what you're doing. It's so endearing and adorable and fun. And I just love everything. The energy and the love and connection you both have, how you complement each other. And you're so excited to
So
just do
awesome.
this together. I mean, it's fantastic, really. I
Better
love it.
together.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's see. What was one of the biggest challenges that you had to overcome as you were growing your business?
I think for me, I personally had to overcome the mindset of you do need to do it all. And I don't know like if it's just the culture, but I feel like as women, I don't know if we do it to ourselves or the society, but you feel like to be successful, you have to be the one who handles everything. You need to do it all, you know, and I mean, like you're the one who makes all the appointments for all the family members in your house, you juggle all the schedules, um, kind of traditionally, you know, all the housework and the cooking and the childcare is kind of like considered your duty, you know, even if you work. And so I really had to let go of the idea of like, if I'm not doing it all, I'm failing. It felt like a failure to admit that I couldn't stay on top of my housework the way I wanted to, or all the little segments of my business and everything else. And I realized that was again just another lie I was feeding myself. No one in my life was telling me, oh, well, you're a terrible wife because you can't cook dinner every single night, you know, or you're a terrible, you know, wife because you can't clean your own toilets. Like that was just again another story I told myself. So once, I mean, my business almost tanked. I had this child who I'm a photographer, so I couldn't get any of my editing done because he just wanted to be held, which was great, but then I couldn't edit, and I almost put the photography thing away, not realizing maybe I should just get some help. Maybe I
Yes.
should not do the editing, you know, and then I can do these other things. So I think really just like understanding that your worth as a woman and the success does not depend on how much you can get done and the fact that you can do all the things, because none of us were designed to do all the things. That's just not even how life
No.
works.
I think sometimes we just think that someone else can't do it as good as we can. And we have this idea that, and it's so not true, right? We're not masters of everything. We do some
It,
things
it
really
is true.
well.
Who cares? Who cares
Yeah,
how they fold the towels?
Yeah,
Just
let them do
let
it.
them fold the towels and put them in the cupboard and just don't look at them. You know, like who cares if they
exactly.
roll your socks instead
Yeah,
of
at least the
fold your
sock
socks?
got
Like,
rolled.
yeah, I mean, it's like,
Yes, I love it. And Sherralynn, what would you say maybe was
okay, well, I am a recovering, because you're never truly fully recovered, but I am a recovering people pleaser. It just comes, I think, with being an extrovert, and I just want everyone to like me, and I want everyone to approve of all my decisions, every single one of them. I want 100% of the world to cheer for me, you know. And so I had this horrible fear of rejection. And if somebody, you know, didn't want my products or didn't want to meet with me, and you know, I'm not in network marketing anymore, but that was, you know, my life for several decades. And so that involved reaching out to a lot of people I didn't know. And then my business was very public, as it is now. We're really
Yeah.
in the limelight, but and then, you know, when you're putting yourself out there, everybody thinks they need to form an opinion about what you do for a living and tell you about it, you know. And so I just wanted everyone to approve of what I did, and I took it very hard when people didn't want to support me in my business or didn't want to be a part of it, or you know. And I just cared way too much. And I don't know if it's as if it's personal growth or just age, but um I'm I've decided that I just don't care. You can't please. People are going to watch this and they're going to go, "Oh, that's a cute shirt she has on," or they're going to go, "Oh, I hate her shirt." Every
yeah.
single every single decision you make will please somebody and displease somebody else. So just please yourself. I'm going to pause. This might be a good place to edit. I need to close the blinds.
Our lighting is
Oh
The
shifting.
yeah,
sun has come up and it's putting
no worries. It's funny though that you said that because I remember one of my coaches, super successful. And it was at the beginning when she had to, you know, start to go live to get her business out there, you know, when Facebook Lives, Instagrams, all the things. And she was so worried, what if there's haters out there? People are judging, and, like you said, and her husband was so helpful because he reminded her of a woman, basically like a little grandma that bakes cookies and went on a Facebook Live or something to share her recipes. Like there could be nothing that was wrong with this woman. She's a cute little lady making cookies. How innocent is that? Well, he made his wife scroll down in the comments, and far below there was a comment, something negative about this little, cute woman making cookies. And he said to his wife, he said, listen, there's always going to be haters, and
Yep.
you either do your thing or you don't. But look what happened to this little nice lady. It's going to happen to everybody. So
It
I
really
love that you
is.
said that. Yeah. And I love Taylor Swift's song, Shake It Off, right?
Yeah,
Like it's
I'm a huge Swiftie.
like it's gonna hate. Like, so what? Whatever. Get over it. Just go
Yeah,
do your life, go do your business.
yeah.
So, but it
You know,
does
you,
take a
I
while
told my
to
kids when I sent my kids off to school, and they would come back and they would, they had a mean girl, somebody was mean girl moment or whatever. I always told them, people are negative to you for only two reasons. Because of their own insecurity that they're deflecting onto you, or jealousy.
Yeah,
And so to
absolutely.
take offense when somebody didn't mean to give it
Yeah,
is really stupid. And to take offense when they did mean to give it is
yeah.
really stupid.
Yeah.
So
Yes, yeah,
yes.
yeah,
And I will
yeah,
tell you, like my mother didn't want me to start my network marketing business. She was worried. And she was being a good mom. She was like, honey, I don't know if they're legit. I don't know if they'll just take your money. And I did it anyway. And I, out of all of my siblings, am the only one in a position now to care for my parents in their aging years, because I didn't listen and I did what I wanted to do, what I felt was right for me and my family.
I love
So
it.
I think
I
that's
love it.
something I
Yes.
really struggled with for quite some time.
Fantastic. And let's see, I have two more beautiful questions for you. And I love everything that you're saying. This interview is amazing. It's so inspiring. And you're just like fantastic together. And Sherralynn was in a network marketing company, took it all the way to the top. You couldn't even go higher. And she did amazing with that. So she has just set her intention, and she is a success already and always will be. And she is going to be able to share her insights with you, both of you, with what you're doing, and with your books and your travel. I mean, it's the empowerment. I love everything that you're doing. You're like walking the talk, it's like you're living by it, you're sharing what you've lived, and it's very, very inspiring. So I
Girl, we
have,
need to like, get together in person. We need to come see
yes,
you.
we will for sure. I absolutely would love to do. I imagine there is something on the horizon where that can come
Yeah.
to be for sure. So um one question I had, a lot of women that are starting their businesses, they get a little confused how they should initially market their business. How did you market Dear Dreamer initially? What would you suggest for them?
I think one thing that was really helpful was we found a brand coach. And so she taught us a bunch of stuff up front that we didn't have to kind of just bumble through trying things on social media. And well, I like this person's page. Maybe I'll make my page like theirs. Like it was so nice. She was like, you need some brand colors, you need a logo, you need this, this, and this. And then she did all the research, like based off of other things in the market, here's kind of what you should do. These colors mean this, and that would match your vision. And I mean, right up to like, if you can see our logo back there, like the
Yes,
flowers represent like wealth and stuff. And she was like, that's who you're trying to attract. Like it was so
yes,
nice to have to just like throw things out there and see what
yes,
sticks. And then she even gave us a social media plan of like, alter your posts. Here's what you should be posting and doing. And this is the kind of content you should be producing. So I'd go back to like, just delegate that right off the bat. I mean,
yes,
in my own photo business, I didn't start it that way. I just kind of started doing things and it has taken me twice as long. And now she's working on my photo business for me, which is nice, but it has been such a
right.
pain, that business, to just try.
Yeah,
I wish I had just upfront delegated that.
I
Even
love
if you
that. You
get a
really,
little, even if you had to get a little part-time job or sell some
Or a
things
loan or
around your
something.
house
Yeah.
to hire I mean, our branding coach is supreme,
Above and beyond.
supreme, but you could hire just even a mid-level branding coach
yes,
is more than what you know now.
Or a
yes,
social person, even someone
Yeah.
who they'll tell you what content to send them. You know, they're not like, what do you want me to post? And you're like, I don't know.
yes. I
Reels
love
and
it. I love
content.
the attitude that you're having of just get sort of let the experts start you properly. And what you just said, even if you have to get a little job right away, so what, do it, because then you're setting your whole path up for success instead of, like you said, bumbling around, pulling out your hair, wondering, what am I doing wrong? I it's just really great advice. Just don't make your business a hobby business. Make it a real business and treat it like a real business. This is
Yeah.
really great advice that you're giving. So, okay, so
There's one other really important thing, like we shouldn't neglect, and that's attraction marketing. You need to if you're in business, you know something, right? That's why you're in business. You're good at something, you know something. So create some free material that isn't super expensive for you to create, even if it's just like a digital download. We made a little thing, 7 steps to avoid burnout.
yeah.
So we need to move. Look at my face.
You're glowing. You're so pretty. It's fantastic. But yeah, you're right. Create the lead magnet, right? The content that you can share and grow your audience, get that know, like,
Yep.
and trust going, and then kind of build your
Learn how to
tribe
have a sales
community.
funnel. Learn how to,
Yes.
get help. Learn how to have a sales
Yep.
funnel and an email list.
Yes.
So you'll be out on social media and you'll be offering this free information. You'll be blessing other people with it. And
That's
they
right.
will come into your email list where you can keep courting them, and talking to them and
Yes.
building a relationship with them. And those are the
Absolutely.
things that you need to figure out: how to brand yourself, how to
Yeah.
create a sales funnel with a lead magnet, and build an email list. This is the way. Like they say
Essential.
on Mandalorian, this is the way.
Love it. I love it. It's essential because the email list is your real estate. That's your property. If you have a gigantic Facebook group and something happens and you never collected any email addresses, you're starting from scratch. You don't want to do that. So make sure that email list, it's yours, that it's your property. So, okay, last question, for both of you. So how do you define, what does success look like in the day in your life?
I like to define success by like how fulfilled I feel in my personal life and in my business life. Not necessarily like how much money we bring in, which is always great, or how many clients or whatever, but just like, is this business making me enjoy my life? And is it adding to my life? Do I feel like I'm adding to other people's lives? Is this working? That's how I like to define it.
I love it. Great answer. And Sherralynn, a day
Well,
in your life that's successful.
I think the purpose of my life is to build meaningful relationships and show love. That's my purpose. I was built for that. I'm good at that. And I derive so much joy from that. And so I want my work. Yes, I want my work to create money, because the more money you create, the less time you have to spend creating it, the more time you have to help other people, uplift other people, build relationships with your family and with others. And you're more free to help other people when you're not so worried about your daily grind of earning your bread, And so I would say the more relevant I am, and the more helpful I am to other people, making my mark and doing something significant in other people's lives, that's, to me, success. But no one's going to follow someone who's broke. I mean, let's be clear. Money is very important, and learning to make money is very important. But I would say, yeah, making a difference in other people's lives is probably my measure of success.
I love
I mean,
it.
my kids still want to hang out with me, my adult
Still
kids.
like you.
I would
Yes,
say,
that's true success.
yes,
That's it
yeah.
right there. I love this. Well, every woman out there, has this been the most beautiful interview? I have mother and daughter combining their forces together, making the world a better place. Please go and check out their website. And I'm just so thankful to both of you for sharing your journey together. It's such an inspiration. You have really um, pointed out some helpful tools for women to just get to the point of owning their business, their dreams, getting out of their own way and making their dreams become a reality. So thank you both for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure, really. And
Thank you for having us, Tamara. We're so lucky that we found you and that we know
Mhm.
you.
I
Yeah,
feel
thank
this
you for the
absolute
opportunity.
same. Oh, it's just my joy, my pleasure. That's my success, right? To just be a part of others' journeys and see the amazing work that they're doing. It's just such an inspiration, and it will inspire others, and that's what it's all about. So,
Yeah.
all right, well, wealthy women, just enjoy this interview, be inspired, go check out their website, learn more, go read their beautiful books. I mean, that is just pure inspiration right there. Get into their world and get to know them better. And just until we meet again, keep going for your dreams. If the desire is in your heart, it is meant for you. You will find a way. Just keep moving forward. And until next time, see you then. Bye for now.